Hello and welcome to Hotcakes Commerce. This video is going to walk you through how to create your own custom order workflow, and we will start just by kind of talking about what we're going to do with that. So I think the first part of that is just understanding why you would need a custom order workflow. So if you didn't get the chance to watch the introduction of extensibility, I definitely recommend that you watch that. That's going to help you understand kind of which areas are available for you to provide customizations and how and which extension you should choose and which in each possibility or in each example of your need. So we'll talk a little bit about the need for order workflows. Then we'll show you how to get the Visual Studio solution. We'll show you how to add an order message and use a custom task. And then we'll show you how to activate your order workflow. So without wasting too much time with your slides, we'll jump right over into the demo. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to our download page. And so if you see on the download page, we have this sample order workflow Visual Studio solution. So I'll go ahead and download that. You can see that was downloaded pretty quick. And when I open that up, you'll see that this has a Visual Studio solution in it. And then it has some different things that are included in there. So there's task properties, etc. So I am going to grab the local installation that I have my hotcakes set up in. So if you don't already have one set up, there are videos that walk you through how to install DNN and then how to install hotcakes within DNN. And what we have here is just a very simple copy and paste operation. So if you just copy this and paste this over into this folder, it's going to drop it in there, and you'll now have a working place to work on your workflow. So I'm going to open up the workflow solution, and the workflow Visual Studio solution is going to have just some very simple tasks and a copy of the order workflow. So while this is loading, we'll just kind of walk through what the example is of what you would want to use a custom order workflow. So if you take a look at an order, when an order comes in, an order is going to have a certain number of tasks, right? So it has a number of different states, and it has things that are done at each one of those states. So if you think about when an order is taken, you're going to accept payment. Or you're going to accept the payment method, depending on whether you have payments set up to be automatic, or if it's something that's going to be done with just authorization and capture, where you have the capture be a separate activity. So at each one of those steps, though, your order goes through a number of different states, including shipping, including payment, all those things that go into the order state, and at each one of those states, there's a workflow that's run. So within each step of that workflow, you actually have the ability to control each individual task that's run, the order in which it's run, and you can insert your own custom tasks within the order workflow. So what I'm going to show you right here with the order workflow is what comes in here. So right now we have this myworkflow.cs. And the my workflow is under mycompany.myworkflow, and the my workflow is the name of the workflow. And so in here, basically what you can see is that for each state, or for each workflow that's run on an order, there is an overrideable method. And so basically you have the ability to override that method. Just all you have to do is just uncomment this method, right? And so for each one of these methods, we've got a little description of what it is, and then we have the default tasks that are run every time that order is run. Okay. So you can see a couple of things that happen here. So this is load, process, new order tasks. This is kind of the most easy to understand one, because this is the first workflow that's run on an order. So basically, when an order comes in, this order workflow is run. So you can see that we have a couple of example tasks in here, and so the way this is set up is that each workflow is an array of tasks, and so in each one of these tasks, we have the ability to create a workflow, or there are the actual default tasks that are assigned to an order. So we have assign order to user, assign order number, update line items for save, make order address user's current address. These are all different tasks that are run in the process of accepting a new order. So what this allows you to do is this allows you to add your custom task in any place you want. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just update this, say starting custom process order workflow from the demo video. Okay, and then we can see that there are two tasks that are kind of created outside of this, and so we have the my order task, And you can see here that there is an interface that you implement for creating an order task. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create my own task. And so we'll just add a new class here. So I'm going to implement the order task. I'll implement the abstract class here. And on the task ID, this is really easy. This is why we create the sample ones in here. You can see that we do need to have this task ID be a GUID. And so the easiest way to do that, to override that, is just going to be return string. So it just returns the actual string itself. And under tools, you can say create GUID. And we'll just drop it in this format. Let's see. Copy. And so that's actually just generates a GUID for us. Okay. And then the task name, we're going to call this task now, in the actual execution of this, we may want to have this, we do something like update an external service with the order. Perhaps we want to post this to an internal ERP, etc. And so we've got this done here, and then what I'm going to do, just grabbing this as an example, I'm just going to add a new workflow message. And so we have here is context. This is the order context, and then we could also just kind of access the context dot order dot billing address city. So basically what we have the ability to do is go through the order, go through the line items of the order, and you can play with this and kind of go in and understand the different pieces and work with this to kind of match whatever your needs are. But basically what you can do is you can do that, and then we'll go ahead and enter in this workflow message, and that'll actually get saved there. And then let's just go ahead and do the rollback, do the same thing. Let's do this. Okay, so we've got this my demo video task. Let's go grab the workflow and let's new demo video task. And that's automatically passed the order context. We don't have to do anything there. Now when we build this, that is sorry. You gotta return whether or not this is completed, so this always completes. Alright, so we went ahead and built that. So now this my company.my workflow is now going to be available as something we can pick. So let's go ahead and go over here. Let's go to extensibility. And let's update the order workflow. So I'm going to refresh this. This is not building to my bin folder. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the properties of this. And I'm going to go to build. And I'm going to tell this to go ahead and go directly to the bin folder in my Hotcakes app. So save that, build it. And then this is trying to copy in. Just go ahead and copy locals, set to false. Alright. So now when I refresh this, it's going to take a second because I just built a DLL to the bin folder. And now that's refreshed. We can see that we have this mycompany.myworkflow.myworkflow. So I'm going to make that the active order workflow. And then let's go ahead and go to the store. And I'm going to log out. And go to the blue bracelet product. And let's go ahead and buy this. And we'll make this a guest checkout. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and log out as that account that was just created for me. Log back in as host. Go on Hotcakes administration. Let's go to that order that was just created. When we look at the details, we can see that the notes that were assigned here, so starting customer order process from the demo video, that was automatically done there. And if you take a look, that was what was displayed in that custom order workflow, my workflow. So workflow note, starting customer process order workflow from the demo video. And so that was all done the way we expected it would be, and so now we're able to see that you can add your custom code in here, you can have that execute on an order, and so you obviously can do something a little bit more sophisticated than adding a workflow note. You can go ahead and post an order to an external service, or modify the order however you want to do with your with your process that applies to you. But it just kind of shows you how you would do that, how you would activate that order, and how you'd activate that order workflow. So want to want to say thank you for watching the video. What I'll tell you is that if you have any questions, we do keep an eye on our forums. So go ahead and check out the / community part of our website. We're using Data and Social there. If you guys have not seen it before, it's a nice application of it. We are paying attention to the questions that are posted there and the suggestions that are posted there. So please continue to give us your feedback, and we'll continue to make the product better with your feedback. Definitely, if you have any questions, check out shoot us an email at support@hotcakescommerce.com. If you're interested in getting a license or picking up, getting a private demo, please shoot us an email at sales@hotcakescommerce.com, and we look forward to serving you in every way that we can. Thank you so much.